Man, this is crazy. This entire story is insane. All right, so let's see what armor we're gonna go with. I'll go with this one. We haven't used the silver yet. We used this one, the blue one, right? And we used the red one. We haven't used this one, which is the silver one. Yeah, let's go with the silver one. Plus, it fits with the sword. Hair. Nah. Nah. So either this or the unkempt. Asymmetric's fine as well. Let's do unkempt for a little bit. The regular head with the mask isn't available anymore. You can't even like put it on. Dude, that's crazy what happens.
Shion. Hi. Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Orochi's Fury! Severing Wind! Mirada! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
I never set like other attacks, apparently. Is there another Orochi or no? No, there isn't. Okay, so I don't want to do the same thing twice, obviously.
Orochi's Fury! Try harder! I'm not done! Blow away! Crush! Here I come! Wind!
Man, fighting these guys is tough. Takes forever.
Mirage! Strike! Raining slash! It's on! Eternal devastation! Eat dirt! Take it! Take it! Orochi's Fury! Sword Rain Alpha! I could do without this pain. Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Orochi's Fury!
I tried to do my special attack and it just didn't work out.
Orochi's Fury! Not a chance! action! Take this! Here I come! Blow away! Raining slash! Crush!
Dude.
This should do it!
Dude, these are taking forever to kill, man.
It's on! Eat dirt! Orochi's Fury! Crush! Sword Rain Alpha!
It really takes forever.
Alvin?
Oh, thank God.
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistlein. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Retired Avenger for Rinwell. Holy Lance. Takes 3 AG to get. Good God.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
There's a friend out nearby? I can't sprint apparently. I'm going back here because I'm wondering if like the owl might have been close to there and I didn't see it. No.
Right, here goes! Orochi's Fury! Raging Luna Storm! Take this!
Benediction light.
Hurt if it hot! Just back it out again!
You're mine!
Lightning orb!
Raging Luna Storm!
Blow away!
The earth throbs in pain. Can't get out of this!
I'm not done! Eat dirt!
Reflect my
Shining
sin.
supernova!
They smite with
Raging
black.
I don't have the fire sword anymore, so whenever I do that attack, it barely does anything.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Magic is there!
On your
Freeze
knees.
lance now!
Double me! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance! Orochi's Fury!
Raging Luna Storm!
Wind! Stardust!
Raging storm! Hope this works!
Mirage!
Not in your dreams!
Crush! You're finished!
Vaguely
Severing
hurt!
wind! This one's all mine!
Negative gate! On your
Eat dirt!
Divine
Here I
streak!
come! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Thank God, like with friends, it's a lot faster. Because on my own, man, it takes forever.
We have a long way yet to go.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions.
Mickey, that looks delicious, man.
Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Like crazy good.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
Yeah, that's not good.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right eye patch. A covering meant to be worn over the right eye to conceal injuries, although many like wearing it simply because it looks cool.
Hmm? You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
We should. Oh, are we gonna get some cool loot for Kisara finally? Also, can I get Kisara back, please?
Do you sense one of your...
Ah, there we go.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Or the same
Your
person?
guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300?
What?
But that'd make Alphen...
Really old.
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Sara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone?
So I'm 300 years
Take
old.
some
Oh my
time
god.
to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Again?
Do I even have the right to fight?
Can I have my...
Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Can I have like my party for more than 5 seconds? That'd be nice. Then this individual chosen to perform the key role in the spirit channeling ceremony. Okay. No party for me, exactly. Where the hell are we? I see all kinds of trees around here I don't recognize. Is there any hope for us getting back to Mahaksar? Oh, they're the people from the ship. Oh, interesting.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes, or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
But I can't use the sword anymore. So like, Seems that there's been a big shipwreck. People and things keep washing in with the tide lately. We should be thinking about what needs to be done. Oh, chest. Beef! Oh god, my wrench. Wonder what happened to my wrench. I've tried looking everywhere for him, but I can't find Mahavar. Damn it, why do you have to be the only one to have to go down the ship? Because he was the captain?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Oh, man. Take it from me, it's really hard to be all alone. I know. Are you one of the refugees from Pelagion? If so, I need to warn you about something. Our village is secret. For everyone's safety, don't do anything that could attract any Renan attention, alright? It's extremely important. Well, I mean, there's one, like, right there on the beach, just saying, like, you don't know, but, like, he's a Renan. Good, I don't see anything here that's spoiling or poisonous. It's important that we inspect everything we eat here carefully. There are no doctors or medicine here, so one wrong move, we'd be in trouble. Okay. After that nasty shipwreck, I'm surprised I'm still alive. The coastline up ahead is swarming with Zeugles. I won't stop you from going, but don't bring any of them back to the village. Hold on, guys.